I mean, it's not every day a whooping crane just shows up on your doorstep. And so we figured, you know, maybe it's a bit of a calling that we need to, that this is what we're supposed to do with this land, because we had no other plans. And so let's roll with it and see what happens. We moved out here because we liked the land, we liked the wetland, we liked the idea of being out in the country, but we had all of this land and we had no idea what we were going to do with it. We had no plans. And so we kind of just sat on it for a while, and then one day we looked out the back window and we saw a 5-foot tall, bright white bird, a whooping crane, out in the field. And so it's like, that seems important. And so we did a little bit of research, and oh, well, that's one of about 800 whooping cranes in the world. And so it thought that this land was important for some reason. And so that really inspired us to start learning more about the land, to figure out, you know, if a whooping crane is using it, what else might be here using the land that might be an endangered or threatened species? So I'm an anthropologist and my husband is an engineer, and so we don't have any biology background. I definitely did not know that was a whooping crane, and I didn't know about any of the other species that we have out here. And so the last 4 years has been quite the learning curve for us. The purpose of the project, I suppose, is that we're restoring 71 acres of former cropland and turning it back into native prairie habitats.
That's early.
Oh, it's super exciting. We track everything, so we keep track of what we're finding, and then we do, as soon as we find something new, we do a bit of research about it to see, you know, why did it decide to grow here? Has it always maybe been here and we never found it? We have a pretty good handle on the species that regularly use the site, so if we see something new, it's exciting because it means more biodiversity is coming back to the land. Right now on these 80 acres, we've observed over 150 wildlife species and about 90 native plant species. It's important to have these pockets of natural areas, and then eventually and ideally we would have systems of pockets of natural areas that are all connected, but without those then there's nowhere for these species to exist. There's so few spaces left where wildlife can just grow as it was meant to grow or live as it was meant to live. There's so much interference with the natural processes, and so we just have a little patch of land, but if we're able to provide just a little oasis where that can continue happening, it's really important to us to be able to do that.
Look over here. Oh, too far.
Hey, don't lick.
Come here. Yeah.